We're back with another Arknights video. This time we have a working account. I just want to clarify that. This is new footage because I finally got BlueStacks to work. It just took me creating a different account. Now, I want to talk about something that I kind of think deserves a bit more discussion, and that is how Arknights really succeeds in not only getting you to enjoy the game, but making a very good gameplay loop and creating a satisfying experience overall. Now, I'm an individual who plays multiple gacha games. I play Arknights, I play Blue Archive, Honkai, you know the list. I don't want to mention it in every video. So, I want to clarify that in a lot of situations, some of these gachas are ones I play here and there and come back to every now and again, as opposed to ones I play consistently. Now, the ones I play consistently, they aren't necessarily the ones that I have the most fun doing all the time or think are the best. A prime example of this, in a gacha that I play every single day, is Genshin Impact. I like Genshin. I quite like my characters. I quite like Zhongli. And even though it's a fun experience, Genshin is one of those games where I feel the need to come back primarily because of the events. Every single time there's an event, if I don't do it, I feel like I'm missing out on something. And that can be good to a degree. Like this Grave of Innocence event. It's nice. It's decent. I completed everything in the event. But does that mean I enjoyed every aspect of it? No, look, I'm not, I collected everything. One of the core issues with Genshin to me, in comparison to something like Arknights, is that whilst I may have a lot more things I can completely do in Genshin Impact, Arknights makes every single ounce and every single moment I spent in this game meaningful. I can upgrade my unit. I can, repeatedly build different characters. Every time I get a unit, it helps me in some facets because Genshin constellations aren't exactly super valuable sometimes, but the DB cost reduction is great. Redeployment time is great if your unit dies. So everything feels much more impactful to my overall account in Arknights than it does in Genshin. And this isn't to say, Genshin's bad. This isn't to say Arknights amazing. What I am trying to say here is that there's a lot more things that make up a great gacha experience and how repetitive it is and how often you continuously play it. And I think Arknights nails that. Arknights has a wide roster of units, and trust me, this isn't like the entirety of it. If you play Arknights, you know that. But I do appreciate the fact that every unit, to a degree, or most units, do get alternative outfits. And each of these are beautifully designed. There is a wonderful theme, and I like that. I like this little tiger thing. What is it? Snow leopard? Snow leopard. There we go. I like this little snow leopard. It's very cute. I enjoy all the outfits. And even though I do mention that I don't like the, the concept that I kind of have to read through, all the still learn more about the units I like, it's there and it's an option. And each of the potentials are valuable to the extent to where it's not like, oh, you got a potential 6 Silver Ash. It's amazing. No, it's something that if you get it, it's good, but you don't feel the need to constantly pull for more and more and more and more. My value and my time and the effort I put into building characters overall is more valuable and feels like it's rewarded more so in Arknights than it is in Genshin Impact, than it is in other gacha games. Like I said, I think Blue Archive excels in storytelling, but in regards to Arknights, I think it excels in making my time feel valued, in giving me multiple avenues for increasing my character level, my character strength. I have the base. Once again, we're still early. And the base itself does help me in a lot of ways because it does give you an avenue where if you're not playing the game, it's not like you're not progressing. Even these little factory bonuses do help you progress in the long term. In fact, let me upgrade this. Oh God, you know what? Whatever. Wait a second. What is that progress requirement? Any facility? Let's just continue building. Yeah. This is not what I intended to do during this video, but you know what? We're just gonna quickly, yeah, there we go. There we go. Done. Okay, cool. Ignoring that. Every ounce of progress I make in Arknights, everything I do in Arknights is towards the improvement of my overall account. Building a trading post, upgrading that, building the factory, upgrading that. Even the base itself continuously generates me resources to an extent to where if I'm not playing the game, it's not like I'm losing out on progress. I can still make it to a degree. My squad is pretty good. I don't have to rely on the RNG of, oh, is there an artifact system? Is there a weapon system? No. I can just continuously build them up. I can continuously upgrade the skills. I can continuously improve my units. And it's because of that to an extent to where the events and the sanity, we have the event here. I can't do it, obviously. But the story itself, sure, it's intertwined directly with the gameplay in a sense where, unlike Blue Archive, you can't progress through the gameplay side without ignoring the story. In Blue Archive, you can ignore the story because it's in a separate tab, but in Arknights, they're intertwined to an extent to where as you progress through this, you're learning more about the story, and you're learning about the story here. So if you choose to ignore it, you just kind of ignored it. You kind of don't get the opportunity to step back here to this mission and read what was told you. I mean, you can, but you're not really going to. It's not in a very simple theme. You kind of have to progress through all of that, rewatch the story if you want to, and it feels a bit more clunky than in Blue Archive, but it's dependent on personal playstyle. I think that Arknights exceeds and really excels in not necessarily overwhelming you, but more so making the moments you put into the game, whether that's hours, whether that's minutes, whether it's multiple days of progress, I don't care. It makes that feel valued. It makes it feel like the game actively chooses to sort of, it values your time more and rewards you more for investing into it. You're not required to repeatedly come back to it because it doesn't necessarily rely on that. Even the current banners, the fact that your first 10 rolls guarantees you a 5-star or higher operator is nice. Don't get me wrong, it might not always be the banner unit, but it's still something decent. It's something to guarantee that your first 10 pulls are more than likely not wasted, and even if you get a duplicate, that duplicate still helps you out. And it's something that I kind of glossed over here and there, and I do want to mention it in my next Arknights in a Nutshell video. Hey, if you like that kind of video, subscribe. But overall, I think that one of the core reasons that I like Arknights the most, even if I don't play it the most, even if I'm not coming back to it as consistently as I am Genshin or Blue Archive, it's because it excels in the overall experience. Blue Archive's main strength is its characterization and storytelling. The gameplay itself is meh. I think Arknights has much more involved gameplay, and the style is beautiful. Genshin just has something. I think Genshin's the most accessible out of all of these because it's on every platform. But I think if I had to choose one consistent thing that I would like a game to be good at, it's either the gameplay loop, either being satisfying or difficult enough to challenge me to learn more, or storytelling. And that's why I prefer Blue Archive and Arknights over something like Genshin, because both of them exceed in the things that I like and I value most. Now, this is a kind of new style of video, so as you can tell, but I enjoy Gacha. I enjoy all these 3 games, and I do want to branch out and talk about more content that I enjoy. But I want to hear your thoughts as well. Do you like Arknights? Do you hate Genshin Impact? I know a lot of people do, and it's understandable if you do. I think that my overall perception is Arknights has a great community. Blue Archive has an amazing community. I think both of them do get a bad reputation depending on the circumstances. Blue Archive has a pretty bad reputation because of the characters themselves. And I think if you're talking about Genshin Impact itself, I don't think the community is bad. I just think Twitter's bad. So tell me your opinions down below of any of the games I've mentioned today. And hey, if you enjoyed it, consider subscribing. I hope to make more content. I hope you enjoy, and if you did, I guess leave a like. I don't know. I kind of thought I was going to end this, but I guess my brain kind of forgot the rest of that sentence, so I apologize. Either way, I hope to see you next time.